Oh, thanks, Chad. There you go. Do what Chad did. $5 super sticker. Love you, my man. That will be today's coffee. Hey, Rylan, thank you for being a channel member. If there are YouTubers that you love, and I use love in the very bro sort of sense, and you appreciate the work that they do to help you grow your businesses, support them. Because eBay is not going to do it. Like, let's just be real. They, uh, we do eBay. Obviously, they had the All Years event, and I'll make this public record, right? eBay doesn't benefit from community events. For all the talk about them doing, another All Years, why didn't they come to Adelaide, whatever? eBay really benefits from new users, long-term users who behave themselves, and bigger users. So that's eBay. None of this community stuff actually benefits them at all, which means that if you want a sense of community, you have to do it yourselves. That's what we do with the Meaningful Hustle Discord. That's what we do on YouTube. As much as we like to say it's about knowledge, it's not. It's really about connectedness. It's knowledge in connection with other people. And so if you want this to continue, whether it be with me or Chris Furlong or Matt the Aussie Flipper, Mel back from Burnout, anybody, Tori, Geelong Flipper, who else? Grumpy Granny. Like, if you want it to continue with whoever it is that you feel connected to, support them by super chats, paying whatever memberships they have. If you can afford it, obviously, I'm not saying break your bank, but it helps us to actually continue running it, because really we are running something, and it is effort, and it's not just effort, it's thought. We're not naturally like this. If you go back to any YouTube channel, whether it be an Australian reseller or somebody else in a different industry, you go to their first video, look at where they are today, they've evolved. And that evolution involves thought. It involves sitting down and going, how can I make this better for you? How can I make this better so that you remain connected, so that, yeah, sure, so that I get paid, but ultimately paid to continue doing the work that I have a vision to do. The Meaningful Hustle has been a vision of mine since 6 years ago. There's obviously a right time to do various things. I've always had a soft spot for the person who, once the side hustle, is in a home where they do not feel the support for their side hustle, but they genuinely believe that with this side hustle, they can actually make a difference for the family. And they hope that with the work they put in when everyone else has gone to bed, that work starts to show itself and that the support shifts. And it's very hard to do that when, two kids are and a husband or wife are telling you, stop doing it, you're wasting your time, why aren't you here? You're taking up space, you're messing up the house. It's very hard to try and prove yourself in that setting, which is why the Discord, we're all there at night. Well, granted, we have daytime activity now, but it started out as a nighttime thing where everyone else has gone to bed in all our respective houses, and we're all just there at night talking to each other, reassuring each other that what we're doing makes sense, because it actually does make sense. The rest of them just need to see it eventually. And oftentimes it starts with more money coming in, more order in the space that we're using. And then it opens up for some, not all, but for some households, it opens up conversation around respect, appreciation, what we all need, right? I see you, I see the work you do. I appreciate the work you do. I acknowledge the work you do. A lot of households have power imbalances as well, where one person might bring in all the money, one person might look after the house, and then when that starts to shift, it can be very uncomfortable as well, and it's very scary to do that alone. And so being in community where you can first say, I feel like my partner doesn't support, and I feel like it's making them insecure, and then for the rest of us to go, that's because you're changing, you're different, maybe convince them that you're still the same person, that you care. Remind them of a time when you guys did something together. You make kids together. Like you guys did something together, and you guys can do this together. And even just that framing, different people providing different perspective. Perspective is the antidote to perception. If whenever you have a perception of something and it grips you, it's very hard to get perspective internally. External perspective helps to break the grip of that perception. That's all that stuff means a lot to me. And so that's why we created the meaningful hustle. So if you want, so back to eBay's role is if they make a better site, if they keep improving their site, they've done their job. Whenever they chase the big player, like a Big W or Rebel Sport, to put them on the site, your perspective shouldn't be, and once again, not telling you what to do, just trying to help. If your perspective is eBay doesn't care about me, consider this instead. We talked about the 5 things that that every buyer wants, right? Make money, save time, reduce risk, and improve perception. eBay already helps you make money. eBay can probably save you more money, or you can sell more and save more because you pay less fees. Okay. You can also, but the site facilitates those 2 things: make money, save money. Also, if you try and sell anywhere else with the same reach, you will find eBay is great value for money. Saving time. That one, as long as eBay continues to improve their site, which they have, I still remember 12 photos to 24 photos. The time it took to choose photos, they've saved that time. And now the upload speeds are also a lot faster. All right, that's important. And then reducing risk. eBay can probably do a better job of making us feel less susceptible to scammers. But in reality, there are not that many scammers, which is probably why they don't put in that much effort into it. They just go, here's the buyer protection policy, seller protection policy. If you find yourself in the pickle, use the policies. And for the most part, the policies are very fair. They may not be the most emotionally placating. You may not, if you want the there from eBay, it's not going to happen. They're not there to sympathize with you. They're just there to perform policies. So that's that. And the last one, perception, improved perception of self. This is the one I want to talk about. When eBay brings in big players into the platform and you think they're not focusing on you, look at it this way. When someone asks you what you do for a living and you say, I sell on eBay, and they go, oh, isn't that where people sell their username? What they're saying is, isn't that a low platform? Your response is, no, Big W sells on eBay. That's what eBay is doing. eBay is going, this platform is an improved perception. You can perceive yourself better now because these guys have chosen the platform. You know, Maya sells on eBay, Big W sells on eBay, Rebel Sports on eBay, Harvey Norman's on eBay. So there you go. Like, I just get to enjoy selling on a big platform. I love eBay because eBay lets me, the small seller, enjoy a platform that the big players sell in. I get to compete with them if I want to. Not that I want to, but that's besides the point. The point being is you can talk about that perception piece a lot differently when you recognize that because they're there, you can now say, Big W's on eBay. You know, maybe you haven't used eBay in a while. You probably should try using eBay now. See how good it is. And work on that improved perception. So bringing it all together, eBay's job is not to create community. They probably are not interested in it. And if they do, it's very much at a loss and it doesn't benefit them anyways. So don't expect them to do it. Community is our job. If you value the community, if you support the community, if you are someone who enjoys being part of the community and you want to show appreciation and help to sustain the efforts of the people who are administering it, YouTube super chats, become channel members, pay subscriptions. If they put out courses that you feel you can get value from, pay for it. That way they continue doing the good work and you continue to be part of a wholesome community away from the rest of the noise that the internet presents to you. So there you go. I was not intending to talk about that today, but I felt compelled. So there you go. And thank you, everybody. You guys didn't have to, but I appreciate it. So thank you, thank you, thank you. I appreciate it very, very much. And I appreciate you all being part of this lovely eBay community that we've created. Thank you, everyone, for being here. Thank you for participating in the stream, giving us great topics to talk about. And I'll see you all next Wednesday. Support your fellow YouTubers.